Same as you do.
Okay, do your standard way.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, this will be my section will be simple. Please just raise your hand if you want to be called on. We'll go through it, we'll talk. There shouldn't really be much to talk about. So to the inhabitants of the town of Northumberland qualified to vote in town affairs, you are hereby notified to meet at the Station Square, Northumberland, New Hampshire at 6 p.m. April 20th, 2026 to act upon the following article. Article 1, special warrant article. Shall the town vote to ratify the results of the March 14th, 2026 annual meeting, even though the posting requirements were not met? Majority vote required. Do I have a motion? Second by Al. Discussion on the special warrant article before we vote. Hi, Tracy.
Is this just the town or the school and the town?
No, this is just the town.
Just the town.
It is in reference to the MS 636. That
Just
was, the
Just
wrong
that
one was
one.
put in the book and we submitted the other one inside the book, but,
So it's just to accept the insert that was in the book, kind of just that detail law thing, which is good. Any more discussion before we move? Okay, all those in favor of Article 1 as previously read, please raise your card. Okay, down, any opposed? Okay, Article 1 passes. And I'll take a motion to adjourn this section.
So made.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Done, for me.
Thank you, Keith.
Thank you.
what time is it?
This goes in here.
One over here. Take over. Jim and Al.
We voted on it once. The insert. Can you pass it down, pass some things down? Because I make them come. Sorry.
Say what? Yeah.
Oh, sorry, sorry. Thank you very much.
And other people.
Yeah, all done here.
She's got one over there.
Anybody else have a card?
You got it? All right. Thank you.
Yeah, get the show, just for that. Well, so did Keith. Kathy would have been
No,
here.
no.
Oh, she had to work. What am I doing?
She said you show up specialist for that.
I said, you don't show it special just for that.
No,
That's fine.
I'm on the non-public.
Okay, we'll start the selectmen's meeting. Need a motion for acceptance of the minutes of April 14th.
Motion to accept the minutes April 14th.
I'll second it. Okay, motions are made and seconded. Any comments, changes? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Nobody. Department head business. Since you're the only department head here, Andre, you can start.
Okay. Okay, since we last met on March 16th, we've had 6 calls for service. That brings us up to 28 calls year to date, which is 3 less than this time last year. So those 6 calls in the last month include one actual pellet stove malfunction, pellet stove smoke call that was kind of like a false call, tractor trailer rollover, an alarm at the elementary school that turned out just to be a faulty detector head, which thankfully was only a faulty head. And there was a call at Milton Court, which the ambulance thought was a fire alarm, ended up being a medical alarm. And then we got called to Lancaster to the hospital for what was thought to be kind of a major incident, ended up being, it was taken care of rather quickly, we ended up not having to go anywhere. And that's been relatively status quo
Okay.
for calls. And the other item I wanted to inquire about was the 2015 Ford Police Interceptor. I'd like to sell it, so I need to have an ad put out, invitation to bid or an auction of some sort, just to have it sold.
Okay, we can do that. That goes on this.
There is some equipment that is in it still, a radio, siren / light controller unit. So there is a member of the department that is interested in bidding on it. And it is some old equipment that, if we ripped it out, we'd probably just dispose of it. But if that member would be bids on it and he would be the winning bidder, I'd like to just leave that stuff in there and let him have it if that's okay with you. But I wanted to inquire if that was even okay, if we could do that.
I think we're gonna have to ask the guy next door if that's okay, if there's anything special about that. If we can get into something that most everybody else is afraid they can't. Okay? We'll do something that way and see what happens. But, we can still put the ad in the paper. Are we into it for any certain amount of money, or do we just the whole large vehicle? Or is there anything, just sell it for whatever the best bid is?
It's, so, the check engine light is on, and from what I was told by the folks that put the second motor into it, is that if you really get after it, that it could just, the motor could implode. How was it described to me by Arsenal's repair up in Stratford? So it's not really, I mean, that's why it was retired as a police cruiser initially. It's not really in great shape.
It's not reliable.
Okay.
It has a check engine light, and like, I guess it's a V6, and one side of the motor has some major issues where if you got after it, could just destroy the motor. But if you're gentle with it, one's fine.
Okay.
I'm not too technically savvy. That's how the best I can describe it. Someone else could probably explain it to you better, but
Hopefully whoever purchases it.
it's an as is. For
Yeah,
sure.
oh yeah. Okay. Anything else?
I haven't heard anything about the Gene Shaheen congressional application.
I have not, I have spoken to Robin, so I don't know if she got something. But I wouldn't expect it to go that way. It should come straight to you. But I've not heard anything. So, questions?
No, thank you.
Questions? Okay. These 2 minutes is up.
As I was sitting down, he said he's from the town, so he's probably
Heck, he was coming into town and we started talking. He's got sirens and lights. Okay, we will come back to department head business when, No, never, we'll, where'd it go? This one. We'll do the ambulance now. And Jim Gibson left the letter, due to a sudden onset of illness, I will not be able to make the meeting tonight. So his report is, 2026, as of this printing at noon today, we have had 127 calls for service to date, printouts included. 2025, on this date, we were at 127 calls for service. Star report as of 4/13/2026, $70,265.79. This does not include payments made directly to the office or 2026 contract fees. A1 has a fuel leak that has developed, trying to book an appointment ASAP as fuel is not cheap. A2 is at par with no issues to report. And if you got any questions that get into anything deeper than that, we have to wait till Jim gets back. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, I did notice that there was a substantial diesel puddle in the station the other day, and I mentioned it to Jim that was there.
Okay, good. Okay, it looks like we've got the PD here now.
Hello, sir.
Uh-oh. You're up.
In the last 2 weeks, we have handled, this is my first one of these, so bear with me. Last 2 weeks, we've handled 99 calls for service. I have handled 76 or 77 of those myself. State police has had to respond to the remainder. And so I'm stretched very thin, so bear with me on there. But our new guy starts Wednesday. I say new, he's a bit experienced now. But he's certified, he'll be out on the streets by the end of this week, or this coming week. Oh, when's Wednesday? 2 days from now. And then hopefully he's on his own by the weekend. I'll be close by though, so you should have double the coverage. All right. And I don't really have anything else to add to that besides we're trying to be as involved as we can with community events and whatever we can get our hands on. So if all you folks are, hosting or joining community events, feel free to key us in on these because we'd love to help and be there. We work for you guys, right? So when we're not handling calls, I don't mind picking up trash on the side of the road or whatever it might be. That's it.
Question?
How you doing on the cruiser? I see it's still parked. Do we have the paperwork done and start for getting the stuff inside it?
I have to wait for our town manager to get back. We have to go over the funding for that. The town portion was, I believe, 77,000. The cruiser cost 54, and if there's a little bit more than that, I have it in our, I think it's called a revolving fund with town ordinance fines.
Yeah, from the police department.
Right, but I can't touch a dime unless it's with her, so.
Yeah.
But they're ready to order the parts and everything that we need, so.
I thought you said we had some of the stuff downstairs.
Yeah, we have a radar and a computer, but we don't.
So we don't have to have all of the stuff like we did with the first Tahoe.
No.
Good, thank you.
Wayne? Thanks, Chief. Okay, requested agenda matters. I don't see John here.
That would be me.
That would be you, okay?
Me and John tonight. So, we have a question.
Okay,
I would like to know what is being done about Jason Hopps's property.
okay. As of right now, a letter's been sent to him and his attorney responded. And that was done, back in October. He has basically 1 year from the time of the fire
Okay.
to clean up the mess.
Have you guys been up to see any of the mess?
I haven't gotten up there yet. John called me and I didn't make it over the weekend.
Okay.
That was on my agenda for tomorrow.
I have pictures if you'd like to see it.
I drove by it when the fire was, shortly after the fire.
No.
a couple of
Don't
days.
do it justice.
No, compared to what it is now. So, I don't understand, I understand that he has a year, I
Yeah.
get that. But how has he been able to live in a camper since August 7th, which is 9 months ago, without running water and sewer?
That's,
Did you give him permission to do that?
I can't answer that part. I wasn't on the board then.
Okay,
And neither
so,
was he.
right,
Al's the only one that was.
Right, well, you know, I was involved in getting the letter sent to,
Right.
you know, get it started. As far as, and, you know, we started the process there.
Right.
As we talked about, it's gonna take a long time, and the state laws set by these guys, give an enormous amount of time for that to happen, but that's what it is.
That's not state law. That is in our planning and zoning ordinances.
right,
Which,
It's somewhere written down.
yeah,
I've
But
got it
anyway,
out.
you know, we got, we
I've got it
made
out
it a
here.
little bit
Okay.
better.
I've got it all
As far as the, fact that he's been living in the trailer, without running water and sewage.
How come he has not been addressed to that?
It's a
That's
health,
honestly-
it's a health
Well-
hazard.
Right,
I can't sell my house because who the hell wants to buy my house when you basically got a homeless person living in a camper next to me?
Yeah, I agree with you.
You're costing
The
me,
health
you're
officer-
costing me tens of thousands of dollars every day. I've had 5 people come up and say, I'll pay you cash, you get rid of him.
Yeah, well, you know, the problem is, I'm the building inspector, code enforcement officer, and, the person that needs to do that is the health officer.
which we don't have one in the town of Northumberland.
Which you can farm,
Correct.
which you can
We
farm,
had one,
which you
but it
can
was the
farm.
same as not having one.
which you can farm out to another city, to another town.
Correct, and it's,
Very easy to do. It's phone call, they come up, you pay them, they kick them
well,
out.
I agree with you, but,
I'll pay it.
it hasn't happened yet. The town administrator will be back, next week, and, all I can say is I will, work on it, and I will get back to you by the end of next week and tell you what I'm finding out.
why hasn't it happened yet?
So,
Why hasn't it happened yet? Because it's been chaos.
Okay,
so right here, it says, living in a camper on your own property in Northumberland, New Hampshire is generally considered temporary and often prohibited for year-round full-time residency without a house due to local zoning ordinance and septic regulations. Most towns restrict RV living to short periods, 90 to 120 days, often only while building a permanent home. I want to know how come this has not been addressed.
He hasn't started to build anything.
No.
He is not intending to build anything. He's not even fully cleaned up his mess.
Right, he does not have a home there.
I don't care, it's not my problem.
No, I'm saying that
Right.
he does not have a home there. So he's living in a, RV on a lot with no building on it.
Correct.
We were able to get at least most of the building.
With no
taken.
water and no sewer,
I
and
understand
no
that.
power.
Yeah, I
Are we
understand it, and I don't blame you for being pissed. Let me see what I can do to work on it, and I'll get back to you, is all I can say.
Because
But,
it is
you know, it's been
literally,
going on for too long, I agree.
I
I
rebuilt
broached
my,
this to the town administrator, who just again started in the end of the year, first part of the year. And, to be quite honest, I didn't follow up on it.
So it looks like a junkyard.
I agree.
Not
It
even.
literally looks like a junkyard. It's
looks
worse than
10
that.
times worse.
So I did my homework and it said if he has 2 or more vehicles on his property that are not registered legally, he has to have a junkyard permit. So has anybody followed through with that?
And that includes the neighbor across the street.
There's a whole bunch of them.
Right.
Follow up on it.
So-
Mr. Tierney was on
This is the
board when
reason
they
why you
tried.
can't get anybody to come to this town, and this is the reason I'm losing tens of thousands of dollars every week. I can't sell my house. Any other town, 5 houses have sold in this town in the last, since my house has been for sale. Everyone has sold. Better neighborhoods. Because of that disgrace of this town that nobody, not even the neighborhood, doesn't even care about it. That's what makes me mad the worst. Been here 35 years, been a resident, always paid my taxes. My house is gorgeous, very particular about my stuff. Now It looks like,
It
it
just,
looks like friggin' Beirut up there. It
Every
is
time-
unacceptable.
Every time we have gone to court to force somebody to do it, and it wasn't us going to court, it was actually the state. The state has lost. And in one of the cases, the fellow they went after didn't even have a lawyer. He was his own lawyer. And he clobbered the state in court. And it's like,
to my knowledge, the police department cannot do anything with us or for that until you guys and the select board or the town does something with his property. They can't enforce anything because the town hasn't stepped in.
And everybody knows it's illegal. And nothing's being done.
Since August 7th.
If I drive drunk down that road,
yep,
he busts me, I'm going to jail.
yep.
Easy conversation, right? No different. Unacceptable.
Well,
I am literally losing tens of thousands of dollars a week. It is unacceptable.
let me see if we can get a health officer
Please.
from another town.
Why?
They have to accept it. They can't be ordered to.
And he back on back taxes too. That's the other thing.
I
Why
don't-
haven't people looked into this like,
I did actually today. I'm just gonna print it out to see when he's back taxes.
is he?
I'm not gonna do this. No.
If he's not behind on taxes, we can't
I know,
seize
but
property.
ultimately, if you don't have a plan after a fire goes on like this, you have to say yay or nay. You're either gonna sell the property, clean it up, or you're gonna rebuild. You have to have a plan. You have
And
to
I
have
know-
a contingency
Clean it
plan.
up, yes. He doesn't have to decide on the other two.
You cannot live on a piece of property
He
without
can't
water
live
and
on it.
sewer.
You're right.
Correct. Without a
So
building
that
permit.
needs to
At
go.
least not in a camper.
If he wants to build something, yes, absolutely. If you're gonna make progress and bring a taxpayer basis into this town, absolutely, but he's not. He's never gonna do it. I can tell you that right now.
What are the two vehicles that are unregistered on this property?
He had two BMWs. I don't know if they're still there or not. And I know they're not registered. He was working on them all the time. Parts were flying everywhere. I don't know if his truck is registered. I have no idea about that. But I would like to know how to find that out.
You can't.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's personal information.
Anything to do with DMV is not able to be divulged, even to the select board.
Mm-hmm.
The only way you can find it out is,
Just read the tag.
yeah, going by. If you see a tag, if you don't see a tag, okay, that's a question that can be asked. Same thing would be for the
You can't,
camper.
you can ask him, you can't ask me.
Can't ask you.
Right.
But
Even if you ask the chief can't tell you whether it is or not.
where'd he go?
He can't tell you. He can investigate it himself, or he can't divulge that to you.
He can look into it, but he can't tell us
Correct.
what is.
Correct.
We're not in that loop.
Correct.
Eric?
Well, if the chief looked at it and he found they were unregistered without even telling you, he could enforce it with an ordinance, right?
He could, wouldn't have to do an ordinance. He can give him a ticket for having an unregistered vehicle.
Right, so at least that would be something, so
Yeah.
maybe we can ask the chief to run by and just do a simple
The
check on it.
question comes in whether he can go onto the property to look and see.
If he can see it from the road, he can,
That might be work.
You can see it through.
Yes.
I think we got them off the
Just-
street
just-
this winter, didn't we?
Hold on.
Just to clarify for you
Just-
folks.
Just let him clarify that, because that is a no.
Say what?
He
That
cannot
is
go on
enough.
a private property, if it's not on a public way, you cannot charge somebody with unregistered vehicles. So if it's on his private property, if you have a town ordinance, it says you cannot have unregistered vehicles without being a junkyard, he can enforce that. He cannot enforce unregistered vehicles if they're on private property.
And that is an ordinance in this town.
That is.
If it is, then
If
he
they're
can
allowed
enforce
to
that.
have
Yes.
one
He can enforce
unregistered
it under
vehicle.
the town ordinance, but he cannot charge him with unregistered vehicle unless it's on a way, a public way.
Okay, yes, sir.
I second his, and that's what I was gonna say.
Okay,
But something needs to be done. This is getting a little out of
let
hand.
me see if Lancaster's health officer will come up here.
They will.
It needs to be done.
On a pretty, and see what gives. Okay?
All right, I would just like to be stayed in the loop of all this. I
I'll
mean,
keep you in the loop. I've done it before.
Yep.
I'll keep you,
Thank
as soon as either Jim or I know something, I'll keep in the loop as I have in the past. I agree with you, it sucks, and.
Like I said, there's been
let me see what I can do.
five houses that have sold within weeks, and I'm talking within 4 to 5 weeks. I'm going
Yeah, and
on
you
over
put
a
a lot
month,
of time
and
and
my
work into
house
that
is
place.
10 times better than that. For the property and everything in it, that every person says it will not sell with you having that right next door.
Well, I'll keep you in the loop is all I can tell you. I apologize, I didn't keep after it, but I've had some issues on my
Yeah,
own.
we know.
You saw me. Thank you,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay. Next, ambulance Maidstone contract. And that is for 2026. The fee to the town of Maidstone is $10,275. Need a motion to sign
Make a motion to sign the agreement with Maidstone for our ambulance service.
Okay, motions are made and seconded. Any questions? Nope. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Nobody. Okay, next, zoning permits. First one I've got here is map and lot 104-140. Michael and Brenda Patula. Okay. Add a 12x16 storage shed to backyard. Add wooden fence approximately 6 feet in from property line. And the building inspector has
Code
signed it.
enforcement officer. Okay, wait a minute, let me explain.
Percocket,
No,
Al was right.
I was the building inspector for construction for years. We found out that by having a building inspector that is not licensed, which I'm not, and giving out building permits, it opened the town up for liability because we were not doing inspections. What was happening in other towns in the state is in a similar situation. They were giving out building permits and not doing inspections. If the construction went sour, then the people that pulled a building permit would go to the town and say, how come you didn't inspect the work that went bad? And they said, well, we don't do inspections. So they were getting sued. So the state came up, John, can't find his last name.
Pass.
And he, said this is a problem. So it was either stop getting permits. The function for the permit was to make sure that the real improvements to real property were within the zoning setbacks, and most importantly, to notify the assessor so your taxes go up if you're putting more in, or down if you took something down. That was the reason we were doing it. So we changed the name of it to code enforcement, and that's why it had to happen, because we opened up the liability by changing one word. Now we don't have the liability. That's it. Go ahead.
Need
Sorry.
a motion to sign it.
Motion to sign.
Second that.
Okay, motions are made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nobody.
Ken
Isn't
Walsh.
what it is, but you
Al. Ken Walsh.
yeah, that's it, thank you. That was a long time ago. But he was really helpful.
Okay. Next one, Becky, is 246-030-00-00. Tracy Morrow.
Okay, I've got 426, which is it.
Did you just read it backwards?
No, I read it the way it's written on here.
Oh,
I'm
it
not
sounded to me
dyslexic.
like you said 246. It's typed
If you want help with
426.
dyslexia, I can do it for you now.
So which one is correct?
I don't know. Who is it?
426 is correct.
426
Thank
is
you,
correct.
They're all out. Right, yeah.
Okay, so it's 426.
Yes, thank you.
Very good, okay. Rebuild porches, numbers 1 and 3 shown on drawing from original building sketch. Repair, replace window and door on drive side of house, finish siding, drive side of house. Relocate a bathroom from the north wing to the back porch. Start demo of north wing, if time allows.
Motion
Okay.
to sign.
Okay. Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nobody. That's two. Next one, non-resident transfer station. Permit, map and lot 104-096-00-00. And this is a renewal.
Motion to sign.
Second that.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to sign, and the fee has been paid. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nobody. Now, public comment. Yes, ma'am.
Hello, everybody. I'm here on behalf of Diane Bailey.
Yep.
I don't know if you received this copy.
Nope.
So she told me to show up. It's, I'm gonna just give it to you guys. But it's
I
like,
told her by email, if she
A
had it in
raffle
by
permit.
Friday, I could put it on the agenda, but I didn't get it.
Okay, this is what she's been doing this for a couple of years, right? A few years?
she's just asking for permission. Anything you can give me, I'll see if I'll get back to her.
Okay. Let's read that,
Yeah, she's been doing this for 3 or 4 years, right?
at least.
She just wanted to ask permission, that's all.
Yeah. Still raffling off an electric bike? Yep, there it is.
Yep.
Okay. I've got no problem with doing this one.
No.
Okay, motion?
No, I think the chair signs this, right?
Yeah.
I make a motion to authorize and allow the chair to sign.
I'll second that.
Okay, any other discussion on it?
What is it?
This is for, raffle permit for Diane Daly's Karen's Gateway Team
EXP.
EXP. Name of the raffle is Pedal Palooza, Ride for a Cause. Co-op Cares is a co-sponsor, nonprofit. I guess the prize is a Northeast custom e-bike with accessories. Tickets are $15 or 4 tickets for $50. 9 tickets for $100.
And she uses the small ball field, by the way.
Yes, it's right next to the rec center.
Yep.
There is a nonprofit that is willing to sponsor, so.
Okay. I don't have any problems with it. You guys made the motion for me to sign it. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nobody.
Thank you. I'll update her.
Can you have her confirm the date of that, please, in the office, so we can put it on the calendar?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
According to this, it'll be in June, but there's nothing after
Yeah.
June.
That's why I said, please confirm the date.
Yep. Let's get that just on top. Okay, still in public comment. Yes.
May I approach you?
Sure.
Letter for you. And the other two members of your board. Along with attachments. This is in regards to one of the planning board members who is also a sitting member of this board. Finish reading on further if needed.
Okay, what are you claiming is the reason why he should disqualify himself? Simply
He is-
because he owns one or
He is
rents one
currently a
someplace
business
else?
partner of the party in interest here, which is Verizon Wireless.
No, I don't have any connection to Verizon Wireless.
You don't, they're not contracted to your cell tower in Connecticut?
I have no contract with Verizon Wireless. The leaseholder for the cell tower that I have a ground lease, it has
the other
Verizon
issue
on
I have
it,
is
but it makes nothing to me.
During his April 1st planning board meeting, as you can, when we were there, Mr. Rossetto indicated to us as well that he is in favor of this due to the fact that he has no service going back and forth to his residence. So he gets to his residence, he does not have service.
Yeah, so what about the one up on Morse Mountain? Should every person in town that uses a cell phone?
So I'm not referring to everybody in town, I'm referring to you. You are a board member with an
I'm not gonna recuse myself.
apparent to everybody else a bias in this discussion.
Well, and Jim, may I speak?
Go ahead.
Okay.
The statute clearly defines it. It's the third page
Defines
in your
me
packet.
because I have a cell phone? Because I have a cell phone? I am now have to recuse myself? And I would like it to work? Can you explain to me how that's a conflict?
It states in there any personal interest. And if you read that entirely.
Jim, you have a question back there?
Hold on. Who had the question?
Yeah, well, you might not, there's a bill in front of the state right now about, you call yourself, jury standards and stuff. Did that pass yet?
Not that I know of yet. I don't know if it started in the House, it's through the House and has gone to the Senate, but I haven't seen anything, other than ones that they change, come back to us yet. So, I haven't seen it went to, the governor yet. This one here, I'm gonna have to ask a lawyer, if simply because,
Your town attorney should be able
yeah, but I'm gonna start with NHMA first. They don't cost me anything. The lawyer's about $350 an hour, and I think an hour is the minimum charge. And find out if simply because he has one, another property has, that would automatically disqualify him.
That itself does not automatically disqualify him. If you look up the definition of personal interest, that's where it's gonna be disqualified. But you're to the attorney should be able to advise you.
But personal interest, meaning, that he's in favor of it? Because, he gave himself, better cell coverage there? That may work, but I will check with the attorneys first.
I don't expect a decision on this right now, I'm just putting this in.
Okay.
That is not.
But, yeah, and if they pick up the telephone, we should have an answer for you by May 4th. Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
May I, give me a second?
Yep.
Despite the animosity thrown at me, I'm hoping to get a revised cell tower application for the planning board meeting, which will be the second Wednesday of next month. As soon as I do get that information, I would like to bring that information in a non-formal meeting here so that the people, because I agree with you, you didn't get enough chance to look at it. As soon as I get that information, unless I am forced to recuse myself by you, then I will have a just a get together so that we all can understand what it is, because I have not seen it yet. Members of the planning board have not seen it. I queried the applicant the other day, and they told me that it would be after May 4th that they would hopefully have it. I didn't give me a firm date. As soon as I do have it, unless I am no longer on the planning board, then I will try to get you folks the information that we all deserve.
Let's calm it down just a wee bit. Recusal has nothing to do with getting information, receiving paperwork. It has to do with discussing it and voting on it. That's where the recusal is. No, it includes discussion too. Both of those things. All the other stuff is perfectly fine, even if you do recuse yourself.
I'm not recusing myself.
Like I said,
Because I have no,
even if you do,
there's no
I didn't
money
say
in
you
it.
had to. So,
There's no money in it.
Eric, your hand was up.
Thank you. I wanted to bring up the covered bridge again.
Okay.
Back when Tammy was here, she said she was gonna find funding for it. She's not here anymore. Are we doing anything about it? That bridge looks horrible. It's looked horrible for years.
It looks horrible. I do not know. I don't think she got the application in, and I don't know when the application period for a grant to do that. And that was a grant for $5 million, which meant the lead paint on it could be remediated. The broken wood and stuff like that could be remediated with, I'm just gonna call it fake wood. It's a mixture.
Yeah, like
wood and
Trex
plastics.
or something.
Yeah, something like, it's not Trex, it's a special product. I think Stark used it, or some of it for their bridges. It's a composite wood product. For that and for the train, all rolled into one.
Could we get the new town manager to look into it and find out what's going on? And if we did miss a period, maybe find some other funding for it?
We could. She's on vacation until Wednesday,
Right.
and then she's at training down in Concord on Thursday and Friday of this week. She's back in the office on Monday, but we will find out. And hopefully, since she's in Concord, she's gonna be, I think, taking that training from possibly Tammy. If she does, she can talk to her director and find out where that is.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Your hand was, no, wait a minute, Kathy. His hand was up next.
Whatever you do, talk to the cell tower, you do a public meeting, do it in a public forum, don't do it on side, I think. Because the whoever applicant, you can come back and sit down.
Say what?
To talk with the cell tower,
Yeah,
I get together, it should be in a public forum.
yes,
Yeah,
I agree.
and not on a meeting for lunch or something,
No,
out of the planning board meeting.
Kathy?
I was just gonna go off his covered bridge question. We did have a grant in for the $1 million grant, and we made it to stage 2, and then we're beat out. And Tammy did not apply for the $5 million, as that was in the time frame that she resigned.
Okay, so, I'll have to get the particulars on that
Yeah.
grant and see if it's still open, if they're gonna have another round or what. And if not, what there might be available out there.
Did we not discuss this the last town meeting, that Ahead was gonna do something, or no? For the train? Ahead's only doing the train, did you?
They wanna do something for the train, painting and, stuff like that, fix up some other stuff.
Okay,
But
but not,
not the
not the
bridge.
bridge,
They
okay,
can't do the bridge.
alright,
Yes, sir.
Any alternate proposals for the cell tower relocation need to be treated as a new application and not a continuation of the application that's under review right now.
Okay,
I would agree with that.
We recessed the public hearing, because there were 50 people there, they were all against it. My research on the state law says that, for the planning board to turn it down, there has to be a significant defect in the application. And, we didn't see any, but we talked with the applicant and people here gave a lot of worthwhile feedback, so we recessed it. And then they were going to go back and see what they were gonna do. As far as the procedures, yeah, we're all volunteers, we're doing our best. The public hearing was recessed, and we were planning on redoing it on the second Wednesday of next month, whatever date that is.
significant defect. That's a question that has to go to a lawyer
Right.
and ask if there is one, and then use what they see in there, based on what they think a judge would say. Yes, sir.
In the meantime, that still needs to be treated as a separate application. Whether the
Well,
first.
we don't know what they're gonna bring, they may bring the same one back.
Please. Whether the first application is deemed to be defective or otherwise is one issue. If the developers decide they want to put it in a different position, different location, that is a separate application. So I understand your argument that they haven't decided this and it may turn up, I understand that. That's issue number one. But issue number two is any relocation, any change, substantive change, which is location, has to be treated as a separate application.
Okay.
Everything has to be started again.
Right. But we don't know what they're gonna do yet.
We don't, and
And so if they come back and it's a change, then I believe you are totally correct. That'll have to be a new application with all the notifications and the rest of the steps involved. And if that's what they do, then at that point, we will deny it because now it's been changed, and they'll have to start from square one again.
well, they will rescind their original application because they can't have two applications at the same time.
I don't remember two applications.
I'm saying if they decide in an alternate location, they can't have two applications pending with the planning board at the same concurrently.
Right, I think then by law, we would have to deny the first application because it's been modified. That's a significant defect, I believe. So, yeah, but, and again, I don't know what's happening. I did reach out to them and, ask, I'm trying to, find out.
I understand.
And so if they come back with a, different, like moving into the driveway or whatever was discussed at the time, then it would be as I understand it, it'd be a new application.
Yes.
We're probably gonna have the town attorney up here to answer these questions at $1,000 for a trip. But that's what it is, Cost of doing business.
Hi, Ruth Lupin McDonough. I was at the April 1st meeting.
Yeah, I remember you.
And I'm just wondering, is there a public record of the process that's happened with Verizon since that meeting? Because I wasn't aware of it, and I've been working.
Wait a minute, Verizon relative to Al Rosetto or relative?
No, relative to their application changing or being updated. I wasn't aware that they were revising their application before the May 13th meeting. And given that the time from the recess was, part of the purpose that I understood for that was so that we could gather information and consult with experts based on their application. And if their application is changing, then the work we're doing to consult with experts, which also includes
I agree.
lawyers and time and work, that might not be what the application is that we're responding to would be
That's
very
why,
important.
as soon as I get the information, I will give, meet with you people, again, because I'm trying to make it, this is pretty thick stuff.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
And so, as far as, and I reached out to Will, the guy that was up there talking, first part of last week, I believe, and said, morning, Will, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And he said that he didn't have the answer yet, but he would have it, sometime after May 4th, because what's the date of the meeting?
It's the 13th of May.
Yeah, whatever that Wednesday is, and then, and I said, well, get it to me as soon as you can, so I can, talk to people that are concerned about this.
Absolutely,
And as soon as I know something, honest, the next day, I'll reach out to Mark and Tracy, and they can spread it to all the rest of the people on, Lost Nation, and I'll get, we'll lay the information out here, so that we can look at it, because it'll be the first time anybody's looking at it. Now, we can only have 2 people from the planning board. So, and I don't know what Nicole is, and what he's trying to do is get me recused so the planning board cannot act. That's his game plan.
No, you can just be replaced with one of these 2 gentlemen, that's fine.
No, they have to be on the planning board.
So I have a couple of other questions.
Yeah, I'll answer them if I can.
Representative to the selectmen on the planning board, right? Isn't that his position?
Yes, you're right.
And one of you can actually be in his stead if he recuses himself.
Yes.
I've already looked a lot, trust me.
Wait a minute, do you want me off this?
No, I just want you off this one project, that's it.
In other words, because I have a cell tower, I'm verboten?
No, you expressed your
I
bias
expressed an
the
interest
first
in
time.
having cell service, yes.
Okay. Down. Yes.
So,
I'm just shit.
I really do appreciate knowing that there may be changes to the application as we prepare for the 13th. And I wanna make sure, my understanding is that there's a shot clock.
Excuse me?
My understanding is that there is a shot clock legally that begins when the application has been accepted as complete.
Yes, 65 days.
Yes, and that if the planning board has not made a decision at
It's
65
automatic.
days, then you are required to accept the application.
Correct.
Now, I am also aware that on the March 4th meeting, which was not the abutters were not alerted for the March 4th meeting at which the application was accepted as complete. So I'm doing the math and thinking that 65 days actually comes before the May 13th meeting. And if that's the case, and they're also changing their application, we're in a little bit of a spiral where I wanna make sure we don't get stuck in your own rules of needing to complete it and then getting further down the road than we're actually ready to do by our own rules.
Okay, I've done some research. As I understand it, the clock started when we held the public hearing, because that's when the planning board accepted their application. That's how and I could be wrong, because, this is attorney shit.
Yeah,
But,
I'm not an attorney either, and
so-
in
But
the March
that's how
4th
I
notes,
understood it.
in
That-
your March 4th notes,
I wasn't on the board.
No, but, when we had the public hearing, that pushed the start button on the 65-day clock. So we've moved 35 days or 37 days down the clock, and we're running out of time. Tracy, do you know the answer to this?
Hopefully, but during that, April 1st meeting, there was no discussion of you accepting that at any point during that meeting.
It's in your March 4th meeting.
It was in the March 4th meeting that acceptance of the thing.
Well, the March 4th meeting was
At
not.
all in that meeting that you were accepting their application at that point. It was just adjourned.
And it may just be
Recess,
confusion.
recess.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it may very well be that I don't know for sure.
Our
And-
fear as a collective group, though, not accusing you of it at all, is that the attorneys are going to accept that as when their application was accepted. We're not accusing you, nobody here is, of you starting any shot clock or anything like that. They, the legal people, are going to say that because you accepted it, it's in your minutes from that date, March 4th, that you accepted it as a complete with a 4-0
And the
vote.
13th will be 5 days after the shot clock completion.
That is our issue as a community.
In that situation.
However, I also have some insight that there is a different federal shot clock that is 150 days. And I'm just concerned that we're going to get into the legal space where we're having arguments about something that we all want resolved.
Yeah, I agree with you. We wanna, we want it done right.
Absolutely. So if
So
there
as far
is,
as that, Jim, I think we gotta buy some time.
And how are you thinking we should do that?
Well, I think we need to get the town attorney to go over this whole mess. It's gonna cost us thousands, but it's gonna cost us thousands, what are we gonna do?
What's it gonna cost us if it's done wrong?
They just automatically.
Right, in other words, if we screw this up, 65 days, it's done. It's approved.
Yeah.
No changes. And that's not what I think the public and everybody wants. We want it, if we're gonna get it, we want a good app, out of the way, not in their people's face, etc. So I think we need to get legal counsel on this matter and find out what the rules are, because we're all volunteers. We're not getting paid for this. We're trying to do our best, and we're getting vilified. So welcome to small town government.
If you know the project, give the town attorney a call.
You got it. I will call the town attorney tomorrow morning. And all I can say is I'll keep you guys in the loop. I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm not trying to be a terrible person because I have a cell tower and I like cell service. I can't understand it.
I wish there was another solution for you to have cell service at your house, but I don't want a 170-foot tower 500 feet from my residence either. And I don't want any of these other folks here to have to deal with it, to have to look at it, deal with the radiation
I
coming off
agree.
of it. I don't want any of that.
The original application, I believe, was in the cheapest spot they could put it. Okay? I think that's why they want to be
plenty
like.
of this in their pockets. The cheapest
It all
option
boils
is
down
not
to
what
this,
they
doesn't it?
need.
It's America.
He's right.
But, so, I will contact the town attorney, and I will keep you in the loop. If you give me your contact, I will keep you also, but, I'm not trying to hide anything, I'm not trying to be devious, I'm not making any money on this deal.
Nobody's accusing you of making money on it.
Well, it seems like it.
Okay. Anybody else?
wow.
Kathy?
It had nothing to do with this.
Go ahead.
First thing, I noticed you said on one of the zoning permits, that if they had time, do they realize they can renew that in March? So they have like almost 2 years.
They may not have been told, but we might show they will.
Yeah. And my other thing is, now I'm told it's in the ditch, but ditches aren't usually tarred, and I'm sick and tired of that grate over there. It's just as you cross the tracks, and it's broken, and even if it doesn't affect any cars, it can affect a kid on a bike. There's nothing that says it's there till you go boom, and now you know where it is.
What grade are you talking about?
I'm gonna show you a picture. It's right across this track here, to your right.
The
And
only
I'm
thing
sick
I
of
know
it.
That's a bump over there is a gate valve, because all the gate valves are shrunk.
It's right next to it.
Hold up,
What the hell is that thing?
right across this thing. Hang on.
It's next to the gate.
Is it on the left?
It's on the right.
It's on the right.
You guys in the car?
Go upstairs.
It's looking down.
Now that you mentioned it, I can hear you.
Back it up for us. so we can
I
see
don't
the first
recall what it
picture.
looks like, but I can hear
This
the
here
phone.
going down, see, right there. I was told that.
It's a storm drain.
Yeah, and yeah, and
It's a storm drain.
Is it
We
missing
can't
from
do
the
anything
bar?
about it.
Oh, put a new lid on it.
Yeah, well,
Well, I think, yeah, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, no, I didn't know it was broke out.
oh, I told Glenn a long time ago, but he told me I was, never mind.
That might have been the wrong
We're
one.
gonna take care of that.
It's water and sewer.
I worry that some people gonna go over.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about
It's bad. He was thinking.
it. No problem.
He was thinking of cloud.
I got your spigot closed today, I got your spigot fixed for today.
Tracy?
Yeah, he did get my spigot fixed.
It is my understanding that there has been a previous proposal for a cell tower in your town, somewhere near the substation up on Lost Nation Road. Can you confirm tonight whether that was, somebody put in an application, whether it's denied or not?
There was talk of one at one time, when Tammy was here.
Yeah.
They were looking up on, our Tank Road up there, not Tank Road, but Lost Nation Road too, up at our water tower up there, our water facility up there, on commissioned land, on our conservation.
Okay.
But I don't know where that ever went, that was talked about just a year ago, Tracy.
Yeah, that was, when they brought up the other sites, they looked at the water tower up there.
Yeah, that was another site too.
And, we were told there was a, conservation easement on the property, and so it could not be utilized. Because, you know, trust me, if you can get a cell tower, it's worth the effort.
Well, they're also looking for access roads, without having to build.
Right, and you had that, and then, you know, but apparently there was a conservation easement up there that would not allow it.
Right.
As part of their due diligence, they had to look at other
Other
sites,
sites, it was like 3 or 4.
and that was brought up.
Question on that conservation easement. Was the water tower there, the water tank, whatever it is, was it there before the easement or after the easement? Because,
Good question, I don't know, well,
because if it was after the easement, then obviously the easement can be broken.
There's no zoning regulation for cell towers in New Hampshire.
No, but the easement may be a thing that would, stop it, but if the water tower was there, came in after the easement was in, then obviously the easement can be broken for,
I'm not sure, I wanna
reasonable
say that
reasons.
was put in 91, I think that was when we had went from the brook to the wells up there.
okay?
That was
You know,
before my
it was
time.
discussed with Tammy, and I have not.
Yeah, I remember getting brought in on it, and I-
It wasn't an actual application, or was it just discussion?
No, just
Discuss.
discussion. There's no,
just
there's
discussion,
been,
there's
Yeah, I
no,
wouldn't
there's
hear.
no application.
there's been no other application.
They couldn't decide where they wanted to go, Tracy.
Apparently, there was a discussion with Tammy about the tower, and again, it was in the paperwork, I'm pretty sure, said that there was a conservation easement, up in that area, and so it couldn't be done there. That's all I remember about it.
There is a forestry easement on that piece of ground to be used exclusively as a forest, but I don't know what's there other than that. We gotta look at it.
You had your hand up again, sir.
No, I'm good.
You're good, okay.
I just have a quick question about the definition of significant defect. When you say if you would vote no if there was a significant defect in the application, does that come from either the laws about what allow legal ground to refuse an application and our town ordinances, or only the legal grounds? Because those two things are not the same, and I'm wondering if that would be a kind of an automatic answer from the town that you can't.
What I
vote
did
yes.
was I went back and researched case law, on what had been, and, according to what I could find, and again, I'm not a legal person, but I did what research I could. Most of the time, when towns denied a cell tower because of resident opposition, et cetera, the cell tower went in. When they came up with professional studies showing that the property values in the vicinity relative to sales in similar situations, like in Coas, not in the southern part of the state, but in the area, that was where there was success, and also in environmental, damage, okay? Where the site was, you know, stuck in a bad spot in a pond or, you know, whatever, I don't know the great details. But those are the two that were successful, in stopping the tower. The, the neighborhood complaints were discounted by the courts, and they always lost.
Yes, I'm with you and aware, and I'm wondering, when you say that it would need to have a significant defect, is that language of the town? Or is that, okay.
No, that was the language of the court.
Lovely, thank you.
Actually, it's
and-
language of the RSA,
Okay,
because, in case you don't know it, we suggest what we want for law changes, anything to them, but the lawyers in there write the laws, and they put it in their language, which most people cannot understand. And that's one of the things they put in, because that tells them, you can sue on this. It's a ka-ching, ka-ching.
All right, so depending upon what the attorney says about this, you may or may not get the information that comes from the, because if I can't be on it, I can't talk to you about it.
Yes, you can. Okay.
Explain it to you later.
He can, 100%.
I know it.
I get it, if he wants to choose not to, I 100% see it.
Okay.
I get that. I'm just asking if one of you gentlemen would be the representative in his stead on it.
If he's off, one of us will be on it.
And I'm not asking you to step off the planning board, sir. I'm just asking you to recuse yourself from this project. That's it.
If I do this, I'm off.
Okay.
Because, I mean, all I'm doing is being hated because I have a cell tower.
Okay, anybody else got anything?
I do.
Go ahead, Ken.
I have a thank you note from the Lancaster Food Pantry that I forgot to put in your packet.
Town of Northumberland, thank you so very much for supporting our efforts to provide for the members of our communities. This $5,000 check will allow us to make sure our neighbors have food this coming year. Thank you. And it's from the Lancaster Food. So.
Good.
Anybody else? No. Okay. Announcements. Next board meeting here, May 4th, 2026. And
At 6 p.m.
yes, 6
They
p.m.
don't put
Same-
that on here.
I know they don't. Usual time. It's always on there if we have a different time. Okay.
Motion to go into non-public?
No, motion for non-public. Okay, motion remains seconded to go into non-pub.
Al, yes.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nobody?
Al, yes.
Jim, yes.
Yeah.
There. Okay.